Alright, so I'm going to make this quick little video. Hopefully this will help you out. As you can see here, I've set up what I think your axe, how you want it to look. So it's right there waiting. If you step on this little button, it'll swing down and hurt you. And it doesn't activate anymore. You have to wait 5 seconds or however long you want to put, and then it'll get reset. And now if I step on it again, it'll go back down. And you can see it doesn't hurt me while it's not being used. Just wait 5 seconds, goes back up. So to do that, I just took the default axe here, browsed to it, and I just duplicated it. I'll call it what do you call it? Button press axe trap. You can call it whatever you want. So then we open this up, and here's our axe, and I'll just go ahead and set it up like you had yours, where it's like this, and then the endpoint swing rotation is something like that. And then we'll need a button to actually trigger, so we'll just come over here and add a collision box. Call it the trap trigger, and then you just place this wherever you want the player to touch it, and you can scale it up however you want. So I guess just leave it in the center there. So when the player touches that, the axe will swing down. Now we just want to come down here to the bottom where it says on component begin overlap. You click the green button and it'll generate this event for you. And what we want to do is probably just make a new variable here called is axe active question mark, and set it to true, but only we'll use a branch here. You can hold B and left click to create a branch where you can actually type branch like this. That's how you get the branch node. Alright, so we're going to check to see if the axe is active. If the axe is not active, we will set it to active, and then we want to make it swing, so we use the move forward. So type in move forward. So now when you touch that trigger, if the axe is not active, it'll move forward. So then we got that, it will move, but we need to check the update trap here. Double click on this set with notify here, and we're gonna disconnect these. Well, you can actually delete these too. Alright, save, close that. And then we also need to set it up where it will reset. Right now it'll just swing down. We need to make it where it'll come back. So once it swings forward, let's move this over just a little bit, and I'm going to do set timer by event and drag off of this little pin here and click on the add event, and then just say reset axe. Alright, so then you just don't check the looping box, but change this time to whatever you want. So you could promote this to a variable if you want, like this, and call it axe reset time, whatever you want to call it. And then if you check instance editable and expose on spawn over here, then it'll actually let you set it in the game. But by default, we'll say 3 seconds. So after 3 seconds, this will run, and this is what's going to reset the trap. So we'll call the move backwards. So we'll say move backwards. So then after 3 seconds, this will move backwards, and which resets the trap, and then all should be good, I believe. Let me make sure. Oh, we have to set one more variable. So since we set the is axe active to true, when it moves backwards here, we need to set it back to false right here. So right here, move backwards, and then you set this. You have to make sure you put everything in the spots that I show you, because If you put it on the other side of this node, it'll never work for multiplayer. It has to be right there. So same with this right here. It has to be to the left of this. So put it in the exact same spot I did, and everything will work for multiplayer. Alright, so now that we have that set up, it should work. Let's drag it into the level and see. So let's delete that one that I already had, and we want the button press axe trap. Here it is. Hop into the game. I'm playing as a client, so you can see that it'll work for multiplayer. I can't actually see the I can't see the box, so let's see here. Let's just make it not hidden in game for now. Of course, you would put an actual, you would leave it invisible, but for the sake of the tutorial, I want to be able to see what I'm touching. Looks like it's set to swing by itself somehow. Start automatically? No. There we go. Okay. I was just checked to start automatically for some reason. So there it is. When I touch the thing, it'll swing down. But the last thing I forgot is it'll still damage you even though it's doing that. So let's count the swing. 1, 2, 3, reset. And then it'll let you trigger it again. Alright, so we need to make it where it won't damage you when it's finished. So let's see, when it swings, it's gonna do some damage, but then when it's finished, we will set damage to set trap damage to 0. This is an easier way than, I guess, the other way. Let's see, trap damage 0, but you gotta keep in mind what the actual trap damage is by already, so I guess you could make a variable, call it like original trap damage. We'll call it that and set it to a float. That way we won't mess anything up. And we will get we'll set the original trap damage to trap damage. So get trap damage like this. And what this is doing is we're taking the damage that the trap does and we're saving it to like a temporary variable here. So we'll take the trap damage, set it to this variable, then set the trap damage to 0 so it doesn't hurt anybody anymore after it's finished. And then let's see, when it finishes and we move backwards, once it gets back to here, we'll set the trap damage back to the original damage. I hope that makes sense. So something like this, set trap damage back to the original trap damage, which is, I believe, 35. Yeah. So now we can get hurt by the trap when it's swinging, but then it doesn't hurt anymore while it's not doing anything. And then as it's reset, it doesn't hurt you. It only hurts you when it swings. I'm gonna think. So, I believe that's what you're looking for with the trap. It's just a one button press type of thing. It's triggered when the player touches it. Goes on. And then, like I said, you can just come in here now that you exposed that variable called axe reset time. You could set this to something like, let's go with 10 seconds. Hit enter. Then when you hit play, it will trigger, and then you gotta count 10 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the trap goes back up. So, I hope that helps and get your traps looking awesome. And thanks for watching.